Marvel's Black Widow final trailer. Let's check it out together.
I tell people my sister moved out west. You're a science teacher. Your husband, he renovates houses. You're thinking about moving, but you're gonna wait until the interest rates go down.
That's not my story. Before I was an Avenger, I made mistakes. And a lot of enemies.
His call sign's Taskmaster. He controls the Red Room. They're manipulated, fully conscious, but no choices.
I should have come back for you. How many others are there?
Enough.
We have to go back to where it all started. So they never do that to anyone again.
We're a family. We fight with you.
You won't win.
I've always found it best not to look into the past.
Okay, you got a plan, or shall I just stay duck and cover?
My plan was to drive us away.
Well, your plan sucks.
At some point, we all have to choose between what the world wants you to be and who you are. I made my choice. I'm done running. Here's what's gonna happen.
Natasha, don't slouch.
I'm not slouching.
You're going to get a back hunch.
Listen to your mother.
Oh my God, this.
Up. Listen.
All right, enough. All of you.
I didn't say anything. That's not fair.
That looks like it's going to be good. So much to unpack. Taskmaster. I've heard rumors that people think it might be actually a woman instead of Tony Masters under the mask, but they call him he. So I'm thinking it's the guy. Iron Maiden, I believe, is the name of one of the young ladies at the table. I don't really want to give it away, but there's a supervillain sitting at the table with them, and the Red Guardian has a group. His version of he's Russia's version of Captain America. He's got his version of the Avengers, which is eventually led by another guy. But it could be the dawn of the mutants, because there's 3 mutants on that team with him. So that would be kind of cool. One of them is Ursa Major. He's a dude, big muscular dude that transforms into a gigantic grizzly bear. He's kind of a punk. He doesn't win a lot of fights, but he always looked really cool. I thought I'd like to see what they're going to do with this. They could definitely use this to introduce mutants, because mutants could have existed way back then. They just haven't been mentioned that much. Or maybe there's people who were around that they know, but they don't know that they're mutants. I don't know. There's so many different ways that they could go with this. But one thing that I'm fairly certain of, if that is in fact Taskmaster, there is no way that she's beating Taskmaster in a one-on-one fair fight, because his ability is to mimic the physical abilities of other people. So if you're an acrobat, he can watch you once and then mimic your moves perfectly. If you're a boxer, he can watch you once and mimic your moves. So he could sit in front of the TV and watch Mike Tyson and Bruce Lee fight. And then he's a mix of Mike Tyson and Bruce Lee. He's seen Captain America fight, so he can fight as well. You saw the Shield, he can fight as well as Captain America. He's a bowman as good as Hawkeye because he's seen Hawkeye. You saw him with the bow. He's watched dozens, if not hundreds, of different professional people do their thing. Race car drivers, spelunkers, swimmers, fighters, all of this kind of stuff. He's seen it, acrobats. He's watched it. And now he has all of their ability in himself. So plus he's fighting her. He can counter your moves with your moves. If he's seen you fight, which if you're fighting him, he's watching you fight. If he's seen you fight, he can mimic and counter all of your moves. So in all of Marvel, there's like maybe 4 guys that can legit go up against him and beat him in a hand-to-hand fight. He's beaten Spider-Man. He's fought the Avengers. He's difficult to beat because it's like fighting a mirror. Plus whoever else he's seen. You're fighting a gang when you're fighting him. And he's so good that Marvel decided not to make him a villain per se, but a trainer of villains. Because a guy with that particular ability, who's going to stand up to him and fight? Heroes are going to catch the business fighting this dude. So they're like, you know what? He decided that he wants to make money training other people on how to fight villains and training goons so goons can work for villains. So when the villain shows up, Penguin shows up and he's like, and he's got all these guys around him. I mean, that's DC, but somebody had to train those dudes how to fight. That's what he does. You pay him hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, and he'll provide you with people to fight on your behalf, or he'll teach you how to fight. So, yeah, in fact, in the upcoming Falcon and Winter Soldier series, there's a guy that's going to be in there, Johnny Walker, who plays the U.S. agent. Also, he plays Captain America. He's Captain America for a while, eventually becomes U.S. agent. But that dude is trained how to fight like Captain America by Taskmaster, because Taskmaster can mimic his moves completely. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot to unpackage. A ton more stuff. I'm just not going to get into it all in this video. But I'm really interested in seeing what they do with this movie. This movie opens up an opportunity for a lot of things. Just like the new Guardians is going to open up space and everything, the intergalactic scene for Marvel. And the new Doctor Strange is going to open up horror and the whole magic scene for Marvel. This could open up a lot of things. I think it's going to be really good. But that's what I think. More importantly, what do you think? Now that you've seen the video, let's talk about it in the comments. And as always, if you like the video, if you like the content, subscribe. And then like.